Right, well, what I'd like to do is get participation started off the bat, if I may. Can I ask you all a quick question, please? Why do you want to trade? What is it about trading that appeals to everybody in the room, please? Answers on that questions panel. No, I'm not looking for war and peace. Just a quick one-liner. That would be fantastic. Why are you looking to trade? Why do you want to trade? What is it about trading that appeals to people, please? Answers on that questions panel. I'll wait another 10, 15 seconds or so. We can read some answers out. Right, financial freedom, says Keith. So does Jean, in fact. Gordon says make a living. So does Nick. Extra income, says Ian. Keith says financial matters. Mokhtar, extra income. Rita, flexibility. Stephen, very simply to make some money. Have an additional income, says Busani. Terry, free up some quality time with the family. Fair enough, Terry, very commendable. It's funny, isn't it? Yes, exactly, Gordon. I'm trading to make an income. It might be a full-time income, it might be a secondary income, it might even be to pay to go away on holiday each year. We absolutely have trend signal users that trade specifically to go away on holiday. And the good news is it doesn't require all day either. Just 20 pips a day, just 20 minutes a day can be all you need. But of course, what does this mean to everybody? This is the reality of the situation. Don't mind saying, we absolutely have trend signal users that trade for less than 20 minutes each evening and are now making four-figure incomes on a monthly basis. It kind of goes against the age-old model of making money, really, doesn't it? Shane, hello to you. Good evening as well. You know, you put your 12-hour shift in at the widget factory, pick up your weekly paycheck, your monthly paycheck, bonuses, commissions, salaries, and so on. Trading is different. With the right information to hand, you can, and we see people do, make thousands. And that's precisely what this afternoon and evening session is all about. It's a gentle look through the keyhole into what can be achieved, not only from trading, but the support and guidance that we provide users here at Trend Signal. So we qualified that it's money that we want to make, but how much money can we make at this? Well, this evening, Sam and I will be going through our flagship Sniper Circle trading strategy, so you know how to make points or pips. It's the same thing. But first, we need to consider our goals and expectations. Many come to me each week saying they need to make in excess of 100 points a day in order to make any tangible return from this. Well, the good news is that you don't need anything like that. Just 20 pips a day can be all you need, but what does this mean to you? Well, profitable trading is easier than you think, and here's how it works. Say you buy the market at 10,000 and you sell it at 10,020. So they have 20 pips or 20 points. It's the same thing, really. Now, you do that on average every trading day. Typically, it's fair to say there are 20 trading days in a month. 20 lots of 20, simple maths, it's 400 pips per month. Now, that's a good tally, but how can we monetize that? Well, you might be sat there with a broker like IG Index, CMC Markets. In fact, guys, let me know on the questions panel there, please. If you're trading, who's your broker? Let me know, please. Hi, Rashwin as well. Good to see you. Good evening. Who's your broker? IG, ETX Capital, UFX, anybody like that? ETX Capital again, FXCM, plenty of IGs coming through. Yes, exactly. And again, a few ETX Capitals as well. Hi, Rita. Stephen and Seria with IG. Simran with a left field shout of plus 500. And Keith as well. It's funny, a lot of these brokers have something called a minimum trade requirement. And actually that minimum trade requirement is pretty much exactly what it says. It's £1 per point for a lot of these people, a lot of these brokers rather. So what does that mean? Well, trading at 400 pips per month, the example here, of course, is £400 per month. Now, you know, £400 a month, it's not particularly life-changing, is it? But when you think about it, it is a steady income. And actually, over the course of the year, you're looking at the best part of £5,000. So enough for, I think it was Roger in the warm-up, said he's looking to trade to pay for the odd holiday. But of course, the good news is that people here will no doubt be wanting to generate more than 400 quid a month. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a quick yes or a quick no. Are you sat there this evening looking to learn a trading strategy which generates more than £400 per month? Quick yes, quick no, please, or a quick Y or a quick N. Everybody in the room, I need an answer. 944 people now. I need an answer from everybody, please. We are live and interactive. Please don't just sit there. You'll get nothing out of this evening's session. Yes, exactly. Plenty of yeses coming through. Well, it's all very well wanting it, but of course, how do we get there? More pips? No, absolutely not. Remember, you're trading the broker minimums. Ladies and gentlemen, we have approximately 5,500 people on our books here, globally. Even you, Keith, in Bahrain, globally. We get probably between 80 and 90 new clients join us every month. The pattern they follow is almost always the same. They log into a webinar like this one. We have a conversation with them. They end up paying their money and joining us. As they continue to make profit, their skill and confidence grows, and so does their ability and their desire to increase their trade size. Think about it. It makes logical sense. If you're sat there generating 400 pips per month, yeah, by all means. Months 1 and 2, trade at £1 a point. Build up confidence in the system. Goodness me, build up confidence in yourself using the system. But months 3 and 4, 5 and 6, £1 becomes £2, £5, £10. Blimey, one of Trend Signal's biggest users here trades in excess of £500 per point. There you go. How does that sound? I'm not saying get there right away. Of course I'm not. What I'm saying is there is a paved path here for people to follow if they want it. £10 per point. It's a bit like £48,000 a year tax-free, of course, if you happen to be spread betting here in the UK. But Lewis, what are you telling me this for? You know, you're telling me everything and nothing. Guys, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to illustrate the power of what can be achieved from trading and making 400 pips per month. Here is where it gets incredibly interesting. And again, if you have a pen and paper handy, I would recommend writing this next down, because this is why people join us. In 2016, our 3 daily strategies made Trend Signal users 21,376 pips profit. This is net profit. This is every single winning trade minus every single losing trade. This is the result. It's exactly, yes, we've just started, Neil. Yeah, exactly. I love this metric. At £1 a point, call it 20 minutes a day. You're looking at a working hourly rate in excess of £250. It's not bad, is it? Guess what? The time is now. I cannot stress this enough. January 2017. Crying out loud, we're 24 days into the new year and the new month. Trend Signal users have already made over 1,000 pips profit. I'm not going to name any names, but I can see in my attendee list here, there are people that are on the periphery having seen us before. If there's anything at the back of your mind that means that you want to trade the markets for an income, I'm afraid to say that you've already missed out on nearly 1,100 pips already this year. All of this, guys, it's about having the right information to hand. Oh, good for you, Keith. Oh, well done. There is a problem with the industry. I won't dwell on this too much, but we need to isolate the problem because it's a bloody great big one, quite frankly. What I'd like to do, ladies and gents, let me ask you a couple of quick fire questions. Can I ask, please, everybody pop down a quick yes or a quick no, if that's okay, please. Anybody here familiar with support and resistance? Anybody here use support and resistance when they trade, please? Answers on that questions panel. Quick yes. Quick no. I just want to get an answer from everybody, please. Anybody use trend lines when they trade? Anybody use price channels? Again, quick yes, quick no, please. Everybody in the room. Anybody try to pick up bottoms and tops? Everybody, yes or no, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the problem with the industry. There are 2 things here. Number 1, how on earth is anybody ever able to deduce a profitable trading decision from what we have in front of us? Alan, yes, I'm going to read your answer out, Alan. Alan says, a complete and utter mess. I prefer my charts to be free of clutter. Alan, I completely agree. The problem is this. Even if somebody was able to work this, if it worked, do you know what? We'd all bloody well be making money at this game. But the fact is that we're not. This is the problem with the industry. Anybody here familiar with indicators? Anybody use indicators when we trade, please? Quick yes, quick no from everybody in the room. RSI, a relative strength index. God knows what that means, what setting. Moving average, everybody's heard of a moving average. Yeah, anybody please? EMA, WMA, SMA. Goodness me, I thought SMA was a baby formula, for crying out loud. Bollinger Bands. Yes, Keith, exactly. Bollinger Bands. And to you, Mokhtar. Keltner channels. Pesavento lines. Buying and selling pressure. RSI. MACD. Everybody's heard of a MACD, haven't they? Trader's best friend, apparently. Ladies and gents, the problem is the same. How on earth is anybody ever able to deduce a profitable trading decision from what we have in front of us? It doesn't make sense. Even if you were able to. If this worked in front of us, do you know what? Again, we'd be out there on the front line, bloody well making some money at this. But the fact is, we'd have the best part of 950 people listening to us drone on for an hour this evening, trying to find the solution. Hey, very cynically, your broker loses when their client wins. Do you really suppose that your broker would offer their client profitable, predictive indicators? Broker loses, the client wins. Why would the broker offer you profitable indicators? Funny, when I say it like that, it all sort of adds up really, doesn't it? Doesn't matter. People don't know what they're doing. It's fine. This is the problem with the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, exactly, Gordon, not a chance. Of course they wouldn't. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next few moments on screen, I can show you something that identifies for you with a 75% strike rate when to buy and sell a market. Please, would that be of interest? Give me a quick yes, quick no on the chat panel there, please. Next few moments on the screen, I can show you something that clearly identifies to you with clarity and confidence when to get into a market and how to exit it with maximum precision. Buy me now. Sell me now. Everybody in the room, please, a yes or a no. Right, to Ian, to Stephen, to Kashmir, to the other Stephen, to Russell, to Keith, to Mokhtar, to Terry, Chris, Rita, Michael, Nick and Gordon and Prem, Rita and Mo. This is the problem with the industry on screen. And this is the solution. This is us and this is Trend Signal. Keith, is it simple, question mark? It's a bloody great big green disc in your face, Keith. That's how we've designed it. Very simply, Trend Signal users were able to spot the disc on the chart there. That represents a buying signal. What on earth does that mean, Lewis? They knew before they entered this trade, and this is the beauty of it, they knew before they entered the trade where to put their stop loss, where to put their target limit, so that their risk to reward was roughly 1-to-1 with a 75% strike rate. Without patronizing anybody, if you have the wherewithal to spot the disc on the chart there, you have the wherewithal to operate our trading software. A long time, Jeff. Jeff asks a quick question. How long have you been doing this, Jeff? Well, I turned 30 actually last month. But I've been doing this now for the best part of 10 years, quite frankly. Personally, but as a company, we set, well, the directors here set it up in 2003, and I joined a couple of years later. The company itself has been going since December 2003. It's a long time learning exactly what helps people get their best result. We've kind of known for some time, really, that the real key for success, especially for individual traders, really, is simplicity. I think, like Keith said here, the simpler the better, really. Why purposely make things more complicated? It doesn't really make sense. We've known for some time the real key for success, of course, keep it as simple as possible. See on the chart here, they're color-coded, of course. They're highly visible, especially the green disc there. If you happen to be colorblind, of course, we can change the colors of the indicators as you so wish. Because I guess it's all about spotting high entry, accurate points, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, please, Quick yes, quick no. Are you sat there this evening looking to learn a simple to follow rules-based trading strategy? One that doesn't require discretion. One that generates around about, well, in fact, we've seen a fraction over 21,000 pips profit last year that has already hit the ground running and has made close to 1,100 points profit in the last 24 days. Tell me, please, is that what you're here for this evening? Is that what motivated you to come in and see us this evening? Please, quick yes, quick no, from everybody in the room. Tell me what you're doing here. Oh, goodness me, Terry, stress-free trading. No such thing, Terry. We can make it less stressful. I'm not sure about stress-free there. Yes, exactly, Alan. Alan says, Terry, no. Yeah, there you go. Yes, Nick, and to you, Prem, to Gordon, to Terry, to Russell, Stephen, and Kashmir as well, and plenty more I can see. Goodness me, we'll be here all evening, though. Yes, exactly. Trading for an income, Stephen. Quite agree. One of the frequently asked questions we get quite a bit. Lewis, I've seen a webinar. You know, it seems simple enough. I do quite like it. How long does it take somebody to become competent at the Trend Signal program? If it's going to take me, goodness me, 6 months before I can start generating an income from this, you know, I don't know how that sits really, and it doesn't really bode well. Ladies and gents, you're talking days. You're not talking weeks or months, you're talking days. Mark here is a cracking testament to this. Mark, I decided to choose the 20 pip strategy. I like it very much. Very easy to do, no real need for any discretion. Using this approach, got the following results. There you can see day 1, 220, day 2, only 100, and day 3, 118 pips so far. This is exactly what we bring to the party. People ask us, what do you do? You know, what's your game? What do you bring to the table here? This is it. It's actionable, predictive trading software with a 14-year track record. It's as simple as that. If you want to be good at trading, it will not happen by accident. You have to do something about it. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this, it's having the right information to hand. There is an alternative, though, and actually, I'm willing to bet that many of you in the room here will know, or at least have experience with, what I'm about to say, mentioning no names, of course. Oh, the alternative, it's having you develop your own trading strategy. Now, they say in life you can learn anything with 10,000 hours worth of study, but of course, there aren't many things that people typically want to do for 10,000 hours. But actually, analyzing chart patterns probably isn't one of them either. Well, actually, you might have time for this too. In the warm-up, plenty of people were telling me, oh, Lewis, I'm looking to trade stress-free. I think somebody said, Terry said, no, I'm looking to make a secondary income. Supplement my pension, I think Roger said. Well, why on earth would you spend primary amounts of time in the quest for a secondary income? It doesn't make sense, really. Now, the definition, a pretty inconvenient truth for many people is the success rate of a self-directed trader. We know that approximately 95% of self-directed traders lose money long term. What am I telling you? Right now, Keith, there you are, Keith, first name there. Keith, if you were to put £10,000 with your broker, you've got around about a 5% chance of having more than £10,000 with the same broker within 4 weeks. About 5% chance. Knowing that now, would you still do it? Would you still make that initial deposit? What a ridiculous question. Nobody would. Of course they wouldn't. No, says Keith, exactly. Gordon, that's me on screen. Nobody would, Keith, but the reality is people are. People are doing exactly that. Most of the time, people are doing this without really knowing what they're doing with respect. Anybody here add to losing trades? Anybody move their stop loss to break even in the vain hope of a risk-free trade? Anybody do that? Maybe you're a gambler relying on hope and luck. It won't help long term. But what will? Well, how about some training? Common sense would suggest that if you want to be good at anything in life, you have to learn from somebody who not only knows how to do it, but actually how to teach other people how to do it as well. We did it when we learned how to drive. We saw the advice from a driving instructor. You probably learned from your boss or line manager when you started your working career. I play golf, not particularly very well, but when I started, my dad took me to the local golf course to get some lessons. But trading is different. I see people commit unholy amounts of money at this. Thousands, tens of thousands, goodness me, hundreds of thousands I've seen on the odd occasion, without a damn clue about what they're doing. They are participating, they're competing within the markets. They're basically gambling. You need to invest in the skills and the tools you use to help you get it right. And at Trend Signal, we can help you with just that. It's the right tools, the right training, the right mentorship to help you use our trading strategies with maximum confidence. After all, we know they're rules-based, we know they're simple to follow, we know they're highly visual, and we know that they can be used by anybody, regardless of experience. Putting it simply, and this is the absolute #1 reason why people join us, people do not pay us their money to be taught the intricacies of how to trade. You can't learn that in a 2-week period, 2-year period, frankly. People pay us their money to be taught how to generate an income from trading the financial markets. There is a huge difference between those two statements, and thankfully, Trend Signal is that difference. Last bit from me, ladies and gents, before I pass you over to Sam. We'll look at it, we'll dive into the software side. We'll look at it and see exactly how it works. But last bit from me, invariably people look at our webinar sessions at a bit of a crossroads, really. They're either brand new to trading or they've done a bit already. Lewis, I do trade. I've got a broker account. I've won some money, lost some money, typically either lost some overall or it hasn't really been worth their while trading, timing-wise, of course. Yes, exactly, Nigel, that's fine. Well, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Leave the software that we have here, leave. Anybody here? Bonus brownie points if you can tell me who first said that. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. If you want to be good at trading, you have to do something about it. You know, what is going to motivate you from becoming a lowly webinar attendee to somebody that's actually going to start legitimately making a 4-figure income on a monthly basis? These aren't words, by the way. We have a 14-year track record in doing this. Andrew Matthews, cracking testament. Had Trend Signal installed for about a year, but wasted my time making silly errors on a demo account. 9 months, then decided to go live. Since then, my mind has been completely focused, and I have increased my account by 120% in 3 months. 120 points, but 120%. Blimey. You ask any professional money manager, fund manager, IFA, any IFAs in the room, please let me know. If you're sat there generating an annual return on investment in excess of 15%, that's when you start getting invites to awards dinners. He has simply followed the actionable information we have taught, and the result, he has more than doubled his trading account. This could be you, but in order to use our unique and proprietary indicators and learn our trading strategies, you have to join us. Trend Signal costs £3,300 plus the VAT for a lifetime license to our software package to get the numbers that you've seen here. Fraction over 21,000 pips profit. Hey, more on that later. Guys, let's get on with it. Thank you for sticking with us. I'll pass you over now to my colleague, Mr. Sam Lewis. Very good at what he does. We'll be going through the software in a lot more detail. We're putting the trades and the strategies under the microscope to see exactly how our users were able to extract nearly 1,100 pips profit this year. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Hello, and yeah, thank you, Lewis. As he correctly said, I'm Sam, and I'm part of the team here at Trend Signal. If you can do me a quick favour before we go any further, just let me know the sound's coming through again, okay? Just change the microphone over from Lewis's ample-sized cranium to my own, so if you can just let me know that's coming through again, okay? Yeah, so thanks a lot there, Rita, Gordon, Russell, Stephen, Jean, Michael, Keith, Mokhtar. Brilliant, thanks very much. So, what are we going to learn today? Well, hopefully what we're going to do is really give you a look through the keyhole of what a Trend Signal client experiences on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to teach you how we identify sniper circle trades This will be Trend Signal Chapter 1, how we start our new students trading so they can earn profits while they're learning. I'll then show you the 3 rules-based steps you need to follow in order to identify trades. I'll show you where we place our stop losses and targets, and then more importantly, how we manage open trades in order to allow us to maximize profits with minimal time and effort. I'll then discuss the support and training we provide our students with to get them on the winning path as soon as possible. Now, as Lewis alluded to earlier, there's a fair few of you in the session today, but I really want you to start thinking about how much time you've got to commit to this. Okay, is it something that you can look at once a day? Is it something you can look at all day, every day? Maybe you're somewhere in between. Let me know on the questions panel. And the reason I ask this, over the next 20, 30 minutes, I'm going to go through lots of different time frames. And each time frame we look at will have a different return on investment, but also a different amount of time that you need to devote to the screen or devote to the computer each day or devote to your training. Your trading day, really. So if you can think about how much time you can commit to this, then you can look at which strategy, which time frame most suits that time commitment. Then not only is that going to be the most convenient strategy for you to use, it's also going to be the most profitable because it's going to be the one that you can look at most consistently, and you're more likely to get the results that we get as well. So hopefully that will make sense. So we've got a few coming through here now. Chris, once a day for now. Mokhtar can look in the evenings. Stephen saying 10 trades a day would be okay. I've got David here saying he can look at the charts for a couple of hours in the evening. Graham has got half an hour there as well. So a good mix of people, but what we're going to start by looking at is the 15-minute charts. So again, just keep it coming through there, guys. How much time have you got to look at this? 1 hour a day, Max says Stephen. Michael says as much time as is required. Kevin, I've got all day. Well, that's fantastic. It's good to have a good mix of people in this session. But what we're going to do is start by looking at the 15-minute charts, which is the lowest time frame that we trade, and then we can look at how the strategy is set up and then move on from there. So if I bring up the 15-minute charts now, without further ado, and fantastic, we've had a trade here on sterling dollar since we set the session up. So this trade, although a little bit late in the day, is a classic sell in line with the trend signal strategy. So I'm just going to zoom in on here so we can have a look at exactly how the trade panned out. Okay, so when we're looking for a sniper circle strategy, there's 3 main criteria that we're looking for. Okay, the first of which starts at this chart here at the bottom. So hopefully you can all see that on the bottom of your chart. Let me know if you can't. But what we're looking for here is a change from green to red above 75. So we're looking for that change from green to red. So you'll notice that we've got the scale on the right hand side here. We've got 75 and 25. So what this represents is how overstretched or how overbought or sold the market is. So if we look for selling opportunities, we need the price to be above 75, as close to 100 as possible. If we're looking for selling opportunities, we need the vector average, so the trend signal line, to be as close to 0 as possible. Why do we need that? Why do we need the markets to be overstretched? Well, if you think about a financial market like an elastic band, if you take an elastic band between your 2 hands and stretch it out, it's going to do one of 2 things. Either it's going to snap completely, or it's going to shrink back to its normal size, and the markets behave in a very, very similar way. So the more overstretched they are, the more likely we are to get that snap back, which we can otherwise call a turning point. So when that market shrinks back up to its normal range, then that's when we're going to get a reversal opportunity and a change in direction and ultimately a trade. So that's one of the first things that we're looking for. It's not a strong enough indication to take a trade on its own, but it gives us a very good idea of an area, a context within which we can look for trading opportunities. Okay, so we need that price to be above 75 in this instance when we're looking for a sell, or below 25 when we're looking for a buying opportunity. If that change from green to red, or conversely a change from red to green when we're looking for buys, and we'll come to some of those in a moment. So that's step number 1 there that we're looking for, the trend signal line changing from green to red. Let me know in the questions panel if you're with me on step number 1, then we can start to look at steps 2 and 3, and then look at where we place our stops and our targets after then as well. But just let me know in the questions panel. Nick saying yes, Gordon straight away there. Anyone else still with me? Hopefully I haven't lost any of you to Emmerdale Farm. Yeah, Michael, Russell, Terry, Keith, thanks a lot there, guys. So that's step number 1 that we're looking for there on the chart. Now the second criteria, and hopefully this is the most apparent, is this big red circumference or yellow sniper circle with a red circumference on it. Now this is showing us several criteria have been met. So the first of which, and there's actually two of them in this example, are these perforated lines here. So this red perforated line, this 125.34 level, then you've got this 125.26 level. So what this is showing us is the market has found resistance. So it's bounced away from there. It's bounced away from this resistance point. Okay, so the market, again, it's already know it's top heavy, it's overstretched. Now the market's starting to bang its head a little bit, get stuck against some resistance. It's not really liking it. It's tried to go above that level, isn't playing ball. It's not having it. Okay, so we need that market to have found resistance. We also need the price to have pierced this envelope. So this red line here going along the top, this red solid line that's going across the top of the screen here, that's the top of the price envelope. You can see the green line starting at the bottom here as well. And this envelope contains 95% of the price action. So in other words, if the market's outside of that, it's at the upper or lower limit of it. So it's, again, it's reinforcing the fact the market's overstretched. Okay, so the price has pierced the envelope. It's not in its normal range. It's overstretched. It's again reinforcing that overstretched element that we're looking for in the trading opportunity. We're also looking for a particular pullback pattern to take place. And if all of those criteria are satisfied, amongst others, might I add, that we can't really go into today, but I think you get the general gist of it. And what we're looking for there is that turning point to happen in a certain pattern to take place, and that sniper circle will appear on your chart. It's a very good visual stimulus, as Lewis said earlier, nice and easy to identify, a bit of a slap around the face, letting you know there's a trade about to happen, and this is really our amber light, as it were. This is our jumping off point. We just need to wait until we get into the market. So that's what we're looking for there on the sniper circle. Can everyone let me know on the questions panel that you're reading that loud and clear, as they say? So let me know a quick yes or quick no. So Nick's saying yes. Gordon, Michael as well there, Stephen, thanks a lot there, guys. So hopefully you can sort of see the picture building now. Stephen, Russell as well there, guys, so thanks a lot. Kevin, don't forget, I can't forget Kevin either. So that's what we're looking for so far. That's steps 1 and 2 before we enter the trade. Now there's a third and final criteria that we need to identify. Rita's jumping the gun a little bit here, saying, at what point do you trade when there is a circle? We haven't come to that yet, Rita, but you're one step ahead of me so far. So what we're looking for just going to zoom straight in on this. The change from green to red on this line here. So this is the vector average. This line that's dissecting the candlesticks up until this point remains green, and then at the same time as we have the sniper circle appear on the chart, we have that change from green to red. So this is signaling what the average price is doing. So if the average price is moving up, it stays green. If the average price is moving down, it turns to red. So it's a fairly simple theory, what we're looking for, but it just allows us to get into the trade at the right time. So if steps 1 and 2 are identifying the trading opportunity, then step 3 really tells us the best time to get into the trade. So sometimes all 3 criteria will set up at the same time in this example. Sometimes they'll be staggered. But what is always true is that the vector average is always the last thing to change from green to red. So what this is showing us now is that the average price is moving in that new direction that we've identified once we saw the sniper circle on the chart. It's a bit like wanting to get in at riding that wave of momentum. So if you think about jump into a wave, if you jump in too soon, it's going to break over the top of you. If you get in too late, you're going to miss the opportunity altogether. So you want to get in at the right time, riding that fresh wave of momentum that the market has found. Okay, so by waiting for that change from green to red on the vector average, it allows us to get in at the right moment. So we're not jumping the gun like Rita or getting in too late and missing the opportunity. We're getting in at the opportune moment. Okay, so that's really what we're looking for there, is to get into the trade where we've got the most chance of success and making a profit on the trading opportunity. So is everyone with me there on what we're looking for in step number 3? Another change from green to red on the vector average line, ensuring that we get into the trade at the opportune moment. So our entry is actually at the close of this candlestick here. So David saying yes, Gordon, Michael saying yes as well. Hopefully a few more are still with me. Keith saying, why only 15-minute chart? This is the lowest time frame that we trade here, Keith. So we look at a 15-minute chart as our minimum time frame, to be honest with you. Rita, Kevin, Stephen as well there. Thanks a lot, guys, for sending that through. So our entry is at the close of this candlestick here. Let me scrub off the drawings for a moment. So if our entry is here, can anyone tell me where they've placed their stop loss on this trade? Let me know on the questions panel. This is our entry. We're going to be putting our target 20 pips away. Our entry price is 125.21. Can anyone tell me from their trading experience so far where they would place their stop loss on this trade? So Gordon saying on top of the circle. David saying last pivot high. It's not a bad shout, David. Shane saying previous high. And Shane wins the brownie points. If there were any brownie points to give out, you'd have won them, Shane. But we put our stop loss just above the recent high. So the recent high is 125.41, which just so happens to be 20 pips away. Rita's very honest there. He said that they had no idea, but again, you should know now. We always put our stop loss just above the recent high. Why do we put it there rather than the pivot point? Like David said, we're just giving the market room to breathe. The market's very recently been here, so if we put our stop loss in too tight, it can easily get stopped out prematurely. But if we give that market room to breathe, then it gives us a better chance of winning that trade and banking that profit. And I'll show you a few instances later on where by using that stop loss method has really saved the day, as it were, and made sure that we went on to hit the target. Okay, so if we, again, erase those drawings, this is our entry here, looking for a target then of 125.01. And this trade, I think, is still in the offing. Actually hit target in the last half hour or so. So again, enter the trade at 6:15. We're out of the trade by 7:15. Yes, Mark asked a very good question. Do you have to wait for the candle to close before you enter? Yes, that's exactly it. So at the close of this candlestick here, at 6:15, we entered the trade. By 7:15, the price had hit our target, and we're happy with that profit in the account there. So if you're trading that at £5 a point, then you made £100 in that trade. If you make trading that at £10 a point, you made £200 profit. So that's really how we look for sniper circle trades here at Trend Signal, and that strategy remains the same across all the time frames that we look at. So if you're looking for something like NYMEX crude oil here, again, just looking for changes from green to red sniper disc. This means exactly the same thing as the yellow sniper disc we looked at earlier, but with a red circumference. Yeah, Shane, a very good question. Is the sniper circle locked in at the close of the candle? Yes, it is. That would lock the trade in there, Shane. Dow Jones. Couple of trades just recently. A trade here as well earlier today. 11:30 this morning, 19,813. It's been as low as 19,798. So we banked profit there. FTSE, trading opportunity this morning. The S&P, sterling dollar like we just looked at. Dollar CAD. A couple of trades, really good selling opportunity this afternoon, just after 1 o'clock there. 132.72. It's moved the best part of 170 points here down to 131.08. So a huge move there in dollar CAD. We banked 20, and then dollar Swiss as well, a trading opportunity here again this afternoon. So a good mix of longs and shorts. Like I said, what we're looking for in this instance on dollar CAD, the change from red to green on the trend signal line, and that green sniper disc, that's a buying opportunity. Rita asked an even better question. What is the best time to trade? What time of the day? The best time to trade is a time that you can look at consistently, Rita. So there's no use trading at 9 o'clock in the morning if you're at work or on the school run at that time. You're better off trading in the evening when you perhaps put the kids to bed and have got the time to spend in the evening. And that remains the same for everybody. That's the advice I give to people. The best time to trade is one that you can look at consistently. So there's no use thinking you can trade intraday, which is what we're looking at there on the 15-minute charts, like Mark here, who's now trading full-time with Trend Signal, when that is really what you have to treat it as. Looking at the charts between the hours of 7 and 4 each day, he says it's a great system and worth every penny. I'd recommend this to anyone who wants to be a successful trader. They're looking for those 20 pip targets. Keith, yeah, we're going for 20 pips per trade on the 15-minute charts. Now we can look at banking 850 pips a month net profit from those strategies there, looking at the 15-minute charts. But like I said, it is fairly time-consuming. So for those of you that perhaps can't devote the hours of 7 and 4 each day, you'd want to look at our 4-hour strategies. Okay. Now the first of these is, again, just looking for sniper discs on the chart, looking for the same 3 criteria, but we go for 50-point targets. A couple of trades here on dollar yen. All we're looking for in this instance is that change from red to green on the trend signal line and the green sniper disc on the chart. Trade here, 6 o'clock on the 18th, 113.29. It's been as high as 115.54. Dollar CAD. FTSE 100. So again, buying opportunity, potentially 10 o'clock this evening. Yeah, Gordon asks a good question. Do the signals come through automatically on all indices? Yes, they do, Gordon. They all appear automatically on the chart, and we have a scanning feature as well, which helps to identify which markets they've appeared on. So again, that's something I'm going to be showing you in just two seconds. So we'll go through the scanning feature and how that works as well. New Zealand yen could sell. You can actually see one of our other strategies on this chart as well here. Looking for buying opportunities when we see a green arrow on the chart. Hopefully you can see that's even more simple to identify. Not looking for 3 criteria, just looking for that green arrow on the chart, and you buy, a red arrow and you sell. And I'll come on to some more examples of the S4 strategy in a moment. Sterling Swiss, again, buying opportunity. Sterling CAD, a buy, then the sell. I think we really took hold of that recent move in sterling that we've seen. Euro yen, selling opportunity, then Euro Aussie as well. I had a buy here on the 20th, 10 o'clock in the morning on Euro Aussie. Some really good trades. We look at FX, indices and commodities, and like I said, we also can look for these red or green arrows. So this was a pretty stinky one. This was a red sell. So if we just zoom in, we sold here, we got stopped out straight away. We had a buy here, another buying opportunity which hit target, and then another buying opportunity which also hit target. So again, some really good trades there. Looking at 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's when we trade the 4-hour charts. You run the scan, identify the opportunities, and then put the trades on, and then you don't have to look at the screens again until the next 4-hour window has expired. So hopefully that answers your question there, Mark. Can you trade at different 4-hour slots, i.e. 11 to 6 and 10? Yes, you hopefully mean 10 to 6 and 10, Mark, but yes, that's what you do. Now, David, do the circles repaint after loss? No, they do not. So again, really simple opportunities here. Just looking for that red arrow and you can sell. Sterling dollar, a green arrow and you buy. Let me know in the questions panel. Can you devote 20 minutes at 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. each evening and spot a red or green arrow on the chart? Can you spot that red or green sniper on the chart? Because if you can, between January 2015, the close of play last year, so the close of play last month, December, then you can expect to return 15,434 pips in that period. Okay, looking at 28 markets, 20 minutes a few times a day, trading at £3 a point. You've made £46,000 in the last 2 years. That's nearly £2,000 a month just from trading at 20 minutes a few times a day. Mark, if you can't look at the 10 a.m. slot, it's no biggie really. If you can look at it at 11, 10:30, when you know, or at 10 a.m. on the days that you can, then that'll be absolutely fine. You'll be able to get on 90% of the trades at that time slot anyway, I'm sure. So I wouldn't see it as a big issue, Mark. Hopefully that sorts your question there as well. So again, let me know there. Can you see yourself following the 4-hour charts? So Kevin's saying yes. Mark has obviously said he can trade pretty much every slot. I'm sure there's a few others of you in the session as well today. Let me know on the questions panel. Can you devote 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. each day, maybe 10, 15 minutes running the scanning feature to identify the trades? Michael saying yes, Mohammed saying no, and Keith saying yes. So good mix of people, like I said, looking at different time frames. Yeah, Stephen saying no problems there, or Mokhtar. Great. Well, like I said, we have the scanning feature as well, which I'm going to show you very briefly. What the scanning feature is really designed to do is twofold. We launched it back in September 2014, really helping people that were trading shares. Now, if we're looking at trading shares, we're clicking between 100, 200, maybe 350 markets an evening. It's not very fun going through that manually. So what we designed was something that's going to go through the charts for you in a matter of seconds and identifies any trading opportunities that are ready. And then we thought, well, if we're using it for shares, why not use it for the 28 markets on the 4-hour charts or the 38 markets on the end-of-day charts? And it's really revolutionized the process for clients here at Trend Signal. It's cut down the amount of time that they spend in front of the screen, which, like we said earlier, we can all spend better things, better spend our time, should I say. And secondly, it makes sure that you don't miss any trades. What we don't want is people getting to the end of the month thinking, yeah, I've done really well this month. I've made 900 points, 900 pips, and really you should have made 1,200 because you've missed 2 or 3 opportunities that the scanner is actually going to make sure that you don't miss. Okay, so it's designed to really cut down the amount of time that you spend in front of the screen and make sure you don't miss any opportunities. Cutting out that human error, I suppose. So you've got all the different lists of markets that you can trade here. You can customize your own lists as well. You can scan for different combinations of the strategies and all the different time frames that we trade here at Trend Signal as well. A very, very useful tool and something that's really revolutionized the process here at Trend Signal. So just to give you an idea, Gordon, he says, how long does it take to run the scan? If I just do this and ping through, even though I'm running a webinar and broadcasting video to you guys, it'll ping through that in just about a minute's time, really. So it's going to do it in less than a minute, Gordon. So yeah, I'm just scanning the daily charts just as an example, Keith. But you can use it on 4-hour charts, 15-minute charts, daily charts, whichever time frame you want to trade. The scanner can be used for it. Okay. So again, like I mentioned, it was predominantly designed to help people that were trading shares. Okay, so we're looking at the British Land here. When we look at shares, we're going for 2% targets for each opportunity. So why are we going for 2% targets as opposed to 50 or 20 points? Well, every share is priced differently. So some are trading here at £10 a share, 20 or 50 pips would be or 50 pips would certainly be too big, so 50 pence worth of movement would be more like 5%, but again, 2% is about 20 points worth of movement on this opportunity. Kingfisher, ITRK, INF, only trading at £6 a share. So again, it's really important. The GlaxoSmithKline here trading at £15 a share. Really important that you go for a target that's based on the size of the market when you're looking at shares. Centrica, again, only trading at about £2 a share when we entered here back before Christmas. Since had a selling opportunity now, which has hit 2% target. BT, British Land, again, only trading at £6 a share. And Vodafone as well. So a lot of these markets are fairly small shares. So again, we just trade higher stake sizing on these opportunities to make them worth the same as the larger shares that we're looking at, priced over £10. So again, really good success rate trading the end of day shares there, running the scan before the market open at 8 o'clock, then executing the trades when the market opens at 8 in the morning. So going for 2% targets, risking 2% of your account on each trade, you're up over 84% return on investment over the last 12 months. So if that's taking a £10,000 account, that would now stand over £18,000 just from looking at the markets once a day, running the scan and entering the opportunities. Really simple process. And again, if you're not already trading shares, it may now well be something that you're interested in doing. But if you are already trading, then Trend Signal is probably going to help to increase your accuracy in these markets. Okay, but like I said, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, which may or may not be convenient. But again, we're going to come on to the last time frame we're going to look at today, and that's the end of day FX indices and commodities that we trade here at Trend Signal. So we trade these markets at 10 p.m. in the evening. We run the scan, identify which trades are ready to place. We're probably trading 20 to 30 times a month doing this. So 1 or 2 trades an evening, nice and simple, spotting the opportunities, putting your stops and targets in, and then walk away. So trade here we had on gold on the 27th of December. We'd hit target within 2 days, looking for that 100-point target. Dollar yen here, again, 100-point target filled within a few days. Dollar CAD, you'll notice this is a much bigger target, going for 131 pips. Why is that? I thought you said, Sam, that we're going for 100 pips. We're going to teach you how to identify opportunities that are in line with the dominant trend in the market, and you can go for bigger targets and ultimately improve the returns that you're going to make from this. So you're maximizing your profits. So we went for 131 on the long side and 100 points on the downside. And to be honest with you, this trade that we entered a couple of days ago on the 19th isn't looking too great at the moment. Probably going to go on, either drag on and hit target eventually, or will be a losing opportunity in the next couple of days. But again, we don't win 100% of our trades here at Trend Signal, and nor will we pretend that we do. Sterling yen, selling opportunity here, hit target for 253 pips. Again, why did we go for 253 pip target? It's in line with the dominant trend in the market. It's a much more profitable opportunity. So we can maximize our returns on this trade. Mark's got a question here. What's the stop loss on the end of day? Again, just above the recent high, Mark. So, but all trades are relative. So we've got bigger targets as well as bigger stop losses. Shane asked a question here. The signals from the indicators are very clear. Would there ever be a case that you wouldn't enter a trade even if all the indicators lined up? Shane, that's a very good question. There's only really one instance this year where we didn't take trades or close trades off prematurely rather than just letting them hit our stops or targets, and that was ahead of the EU referendum here in the UK. So we cut off all trades the day before that announcement because of the unpredictability of the announcement, and then obviously the effect that would have on the market. That's the only time that we'd use any subjectivity really or discretion, I suppose, Shane. But again, it's something that we would notify you of. Les, the 70% ratio is something that's just based on the rules-based approach. Obviously, it may well be that we have a couple of weeks where it's stronger opportunities or weaker opportunities. So. Terry, we don't use trading stops. Is the sound still coming through again okay? I've got a couple of people saying that the audio is breaking up. Maybe it's the internet here, I'm not sure. But everyone else is saying it's okay, that's fine. CAD yen here as well. Cam, so you... How's that, guys? I just turned the microphone off and then put the microphone off and on again. Can anyone hear me? Hello? Can everyone hear me now okay? Oh, right, okay. You're on the wrong GoToWebinar then, probably. Okay, so we're looking at CAD Swiss here. We're only up for an 89-point target. Aussie yen, 100 pip target filled there. Sterling Swiss, 170-point target, again in line with that downward trend on cable. Sorry, not on cable, on sterling. 100-point target filled here as well in the last couple of days. Some really good trades against the trend on sterling in the last couple of days. Sterling New Zealand as well there, 100-pip target. A swing trade here we saw on the downward side. So again, that's another strategy that we're going to teach you here at Trend Signal. Swing trade, sterling CAD, a sell, then the buy, Dow Jones, Aussie dollar. This one went through the roof. Euro Aussie. The DAX here as well. Euro sterling. Sterling Aussie and the Bund as well. So lots of trades, lots of different markets. We look at 38 markets, FX indices and commodities. So between January 2013 and the close of play last month across the 38 markets that we monitor, we have over 34,000 pips on an end of day basis. Yeah, Gene asked a good question here. Is the target due to the size of the stop loss? Gene, the size of the stops and targets are based on the higher the time frame we trade. The higher the time frame we look at, the bigger the range the market's going to be in. So as a result, you have bigger stops and targets depending on which time frame you're looking at. So the higher the time frame you look at, the bigger the stop or target that you will have. Okay, so between January 2013 and close of play last month, over 34,000 pips. Just looking for those 100-pip targets. So if you're trading a pound a pip, you've made about £8,000 a year for the last 4 years just from trading half an hour a day. But if you build up to 2, maybe 3,000, so £3 a pip, then you're making between 1,000, maybe £2,000 a month profit just from trading half an hour a day. Really, really simple process. Running the scan, executing the trades. But like I said, this is Trend Signal Chapter 1. By teaching you how to run trades for longer, you can take your 34,000 pips and turn it into 47,000 pips, spending the same amount of time across the same amount of trades on the same amount of markets. So you're not spending any more time in front of the screen, but you're maximizing your returns. Even just at a pound a pip, you've made another £13,000 in the last 4 years. Trading at £2 or £3 a point, you're now up over £140,000 since the start of January 2013. It's very successful and very powerful when done in the right way, and you can build it up over time. It's not something that you have to start out trading it at £3 a pip straight away, but that's the level that we'd expect our clients to build up to over time. But it's all well and good, us getting those results. What are our clients getting? Well, this is an email we had here from Mr. Roberts earlier on last year, and he says, "Hi Adrian, I've been a Trend Signal customer for nearly 3 months, during which time I've averaged 800 pips a month from following their simple rules-based approach. The Trend Signal Plus training package includes everything you need to replicate these results consistently, irrespective of whether you're an experienced spread bettor or just starting out with a demo account. The strategy is simple and easy to apply with color-coded bespoke indicators that make it very simple to scan charts and identify those presenting a trading opportunity. This approach requires no subjectivity, so you can reproduce the same results and also gain confidence that the system works from looking at historical charts. I've spent over 6 years looking for a trading system that works, and Trend Signal have found a way to accurately identify trades with a 70% accuracy that I'm delighted to be one of their customers." A couple of things I want to highlight here. 800 pips a month. At the time of writing that email, that was exactly the same amount of pips that we were averaging during that 3-month period. So he's come on board, been using the system for 3 months, and he's already averaging pretty much pip for pip the same results that we were getting in-house here as well. The second thing I want to highlight is he spent 6 years looking for a trading system that works. Now, how many of you in the session today are new to trading? And this is your first foray into it, first few weeks looking at things, and you've stumbled across the webinar today. Now, how envious do you think Mr. Roberts would be of you looking at Trend Signal now, and he's going to save 6 years of trials and tribulations, as they say. But how many of you are like Mr. Roberts, have been looking at trading now for many months, many years even, and not really getting the returns that you're looking for? Okay, well, that's what Trend Signal gives you. It gives you that consistency. This is 3 months in. This email that we got here was 11 months in. It says, "Hi Sam, 11 months in as a Trend Signal customer, and I couldn't be happier. I've averaged over 1,000 pips a month for the last 4 months now from simple end-of-day trading techniques." He's trading the end-of-day charts that only take 20 minutes in the evening. This is fast-moving, from becoming from an income supplement to potentially a main source of income and being my own boss. No better recommendation can be made than my brother has just signed up to be a customer after hearing how well I was doing. So you can bet your bottom dollar that he's getting the same amount of pips that we have so far this year. So he's probably on 1,078 pips as well. Really, really simple process. He's now 11 months in. He's making 1,000 pips a month. Again, the same amount of pips that we were averaging when he wrote this in September. And secondly, he's only spending 20 minutes a day, but he's making a full-time income from his trading. Only spending 20 minutes a day. Yeah, so just a couple of comments here from Rita. 2 years into trading. Gordon, 6 years, no further forward. Again, hopefully you can really resonate. Also, that really resonates with you. Really relate to what Mr. Roberts is saying there. But why is it? Well, so like Yvonne here, I'll let you read the first part of her email yourselves, but the second part, I can't tell you how many times I've tried different schemes, but Eureka, I've actually found one that works, and it's brilliant. There's a bit of a theme building up here. Tried lots of different things, hasn't worked, settled on Trend Signal. Why is that? Why are they getting the results of Trend Signal where they haven't done before? But what we offer here at Trend Signal is not just a piece of software and a handshake. But what we have done is make it simple to use. Now we've got simple strategies, color-coded, red or green indicators on the charts, and we have a scanning feature which helps people to identify the trading opportunities. So we've kept the margin for error very, very low to begin with. What we also have is the online training videos on the customer section of the website for you to refer back to in your own time. So these sessions are there designed to just to reinforce how the strategies work, all that sort of things. And again, you have your own login to the website so you can access those at any times. Really important that you have that to go back on and refresh your memory at any point. We also have a training day in our offices here just outside Milton Keynes. This day is really designed to go through the nuts and bolts of Trend Signal, what it's all about, how the strategies work, the risk management of trading, the psychology of it all as well. Go through the risk management, like I said, really hone in on your plan and go through how you can get the most out of Trend Signal. Again, if you can't make the training day, we have an online version as well. You know, if you're overseas or can't make it in due to work commitments. But again, a really, really good day to come in for if you can, because not only do you get to meet all the team here, you also get to stay in touch with other Trend Signal clients, share your progress as well. We also allow all of our clients to pick up the phone. We've got our team of guys next door, including myself and Lewis, who are here throughout the day to answer any questions that you've got. You can pick up a phone, send us a Skype message, pop us an email. We're here to answer any questions that you've got. It may be something as simple as, you know, where's something on a website, a particular video. Maybe you're not sure where a stop or target should be on a trade. Ring up, get your questions answered, and you can go away with confidence. We also host live workshops twice a week on Monday and Thursday mornings. These sessions are designed to go through any trades that are setting up, any news that's coming out, where stops and targets are, any live opportunities that we entered the night before. A fantastic opportunity to spend 2 hours a week with people that have traded for the best part of 20, 30 years, going through the markets, any news or economic data that might be coming out and what likely effect that may have, just so as you're prepared for it. But again, really useful sessions reinforcing what you've learned on the training day, and also what you'll learn in the one-to-one coaching. Those workshops, by the way, are recorded and uploaded to the website each day. So if you can't attend them live, you can still get the benefit of them, but it's a little bit later in the day, perhaps when you're back from work or finish the school run, whatever it might be that you're doing at that time. But like I said, the last part of what we do here is really the one-to-one coaching, and it's a classic case of last but not least. You know, these are sessions that you have with someone that's made the decision to join Trend Signal. They've been in a webinar like you are today. They've made the decision to join us, and they're now trading full-time. So they're all Trend Signal clients first and foremost. Okay, so they know what you need to do to get the same results that they are and the same results that we are. It's a fantastic opportunity to learn from someone that's been using the software for years and has obviously got a vast amount of trading experience. Really, really good sessions. Lewis will talk to you a little bit more about all of that at the end of the session. But that's about it for me. I'll hand you back over. He's going to wrap up the session, talk to you a little bit more about how you can join us here. So thank you very much for listening to me, and hopefully I'll speak to some of you very, very soon indeed. Take care and goodbye.
Thanks, Sam. Really appreciate that. Great segment. As always, guys, it's Lewis Clamping here. I've just switched the microphone over. So, again, thank you very much indeed, Sam. Guys, can you do me a favour? I just want to do a quick sound check before we just press on. I've got a last-minute few bits to get through, but I've just switched over the mic. Somebody give me a quick yes. Sound okay, audio fine, anything like that. That would be fantastic. Hopefully it's coming through fine. I know we had a couple of gremlins in the system, didn't we? Oh yes, okay. Thanks Terry to Stephen, Michael, Jean to Nick, David, Kevin, and Prem as well, and David and thanks Graham. Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Good. What I'd like to do is we do this always in our webinar sessions. Can I ask everybody, please, do me a quick favour? I'd like to throw a quick straw poll, if I can, please. Ladies and gents, if I can ask you, please, what did you make of Sam's segment? This is an off-the-record, just a quick one-liner for everybody, please. Off the record, the first thing that pops into your head, what did you make of Sam's segment, please? Like it? Love it? Interested? Curious? Was it simple to follow? Is it exciting? Is it dull? Maybe you didn't like it. Maybe you found it too complex. I'm not sure. Guys, can I ask, please, everybody in the room, can I ask for a quick one-liner into how you found the segment there, please? And what I shall do, I'll leave it another 10-15 seconds. We'll hit refresh, and then we can see exactly what the fallout was like. What did you make of it all? Just gut feeling, first thing that pops into your head, not looking for war and peace, just a quick one-liner would be fantastic. Thank you. Everybody in the room, I need a quick answer from everybody in the room, please. Yes. Excellent. Right, let's have a quick look. Very clear and informal, says Michael. Hi, Michael. Yes, remember speaking with you earlier this week. Very good, says Prem. David says informative. Interesting and well presented, says Terry. Good, apart from the few audio gremlins in there, Nick. Yes, of course. Very straightforward, says Chris. Interesting how easy he demonstrated the chart, says Stephen. Yes, very easy to listen to, says Paul. Encouraging, says Rita. Kevin, caught most of it was good. Thanks, Kevin. Excellent stuff. Cheers, guys. Really appreciate that. Good. Well, I think it's always worth looking at what people say, having joined us. Listen, guys, hey, we're very realistic here. People log into a webinar after having seen an email that says that there's a piece of software that made 21,000 points profit last year. How does it actually work? What's going to take you from somebody who is a lowly webinar attendee into somebody who's going to part with money to actually join our trading community for the better? Well, Lisa did it. Lisa's been with us now for a wee while, but Lisa sent this in recently to, I suppose, really demonstrate how relatively straightforward it can be for people that are brand new to trading. I won't read this all out. Adrian's the head trader here, by the way. Hi, Adrian. I just want to write a few words about Trend Signal. In the last month, I've made over 1,900 pips, and my last 26 trades have all closed positive. I didn't have any previous trading experience. Without the tool set and ongoing support and training, I doubt that I would have had the success I have. Kind regards, Lisa. Maybe you're not brand new to it. Maybe you want to become a full-time trader someday, a bit like Carolyn here. I've been using Trend Signal for a number of years now, making steady profits with the system. I average between 20 and 50 a day, depending upon the market, using 15, 240, and the daily time frames. Now trading full-time from home. Perhaps you want to be a full-time trader someday. Well, Carolyn here is just that. You have to want it too, though. That's key. Do you want to make an additional income from this? I love this from Chris. Chris sent this in at the start of September last year, but this is something that everybody can relate to, I'm sure. Hi, Sam. Having experimented with a number of trading systems with mixed and inconsistent results, I was somewhat skeptical while adopting the Trend Signal product. However, the adage of getting what you pay for certainly applies in this case too. As I approach the anniversary of trading with this system, I've been pulling in around 1,000 pips a month and am now up over 9,000 pips, which I think is a fantastic result considering the little time required. Rather jovially, it looks like that now the Trend Signal has paid for itself in the next few years or so, year even. He'd like to give up the 9 till 5, Chris. Yes, well, we are now legitimately having conversations with TrendSignal users that logged into a webinar precisely like this one. The only difference was they did it 6 months ago, and they are now making 4-figure incomes on a monthly basis. Goodness me, you've seen the stats for this year. I can see, I'm looking at the guys in the room that I'm talking to at the moment, even the people from last year. We've made 1,078 pips profit in January. What are we now, 24 days in? And that includes weekends, for crying out loud. Gets a bit more serious now. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the point of the presentation. If you are liking what you have seen from us this evening, and if you like what you've heard, you have to ask yourself 3 questions. Do you want to make an additional income? Nobody's going to make it for you. You have to realize the opportunity that is out there and make the change. Do you have the ability to learn simple rules? We've already been through our flagship Sniper Circle trading strategy, so we know we can make points and pips. Do you have a minimum of 20 minutes a day? That is genuinely all that is required in order to implement our end-of-day trading strategy. So we can tick all of these, no problem. The time is now. I cannot stress this enough. Again, we are having conversations with people that saw a webinar like this less than 6 months ago, and there is a problem. That problem is, why do it today? Why do it tomorrow? I'll do it in 6 months, Lewis, thank you. Well, no, the markets have been there for 100 years. They'll be there for the next 100 years. Well, that's true, but you have to understand, what is it that you're looking at us for? Because if it is legitimately sat there looking to generate an income from participating and competing in the financial markets, you have to make the change. There are people that joined us within the week between Christmas and New Year. 4 weeks ago, less than 4 weeks ago. They trade at £5 per point. Bit much, really, to be quite honest, for the newbie. £5 per point. They've already made over £5,000 tax-free this year. How does that compare with your expectation? Ladies and gentlemen, the cost to join TrendSignal, it is a one-off fee. It's a one-time fee of £3,300 plus the VAT. It's about £4,000 all in, and for that, people get 2 distinct components. They get a lifetime license to our indicator software. That's it. You bought it, you're a TrendSignal client for life. That's it. Number 2, you are enrolled into our Learning Academy. The Learning Academy, this is the videos, the articles, the tutorials, the one-to-one coaching sessions that Sam touched upon, the physical training days here in Milton Keynes, the Monday and Thursday morning workshops, all specific to our member readership. Ladies and gents, a reality check. This isn't a £50 ebook, right? This is a piece of professional, award-winning, state-of-the-art, predictive indicator software. It is priced accordingly. Why? We've been doing it for 14 years. We know it works, so we've been trading it ourselves for that length of time. Our clients know it works because they clearly use it every day. But the reality is, we've still got the best part of 831 people in the room here. You haven't used it before, so you cannot possibly know that it works, because you've never used it, of course. So, what does that mean? Well, if you are to pay your money and join us, there is an element of risk associated when people do, except that there isn't at all, not any risk, because we are the only trader training company of its kind that does this. We offer a 2-week cast iron money-back guarantee with every single client that joins us. Any credible business has to. You have to back up what you offer. It works like this, ladies and gentlemen. Day 1, somebody pays their money. They get installed. They are granted unadulterated access to all of the confidential materials we have here. If, at the end of the 2-week period, they decide to leave the TrendSignal process for whatever reason, providing you have placed 5 trades using the software, goodness me, why wouldn't you? That's why people join us after all. Well, we'd be distraught, I can tell you, it seldom happens. We have had a total of 5,500 people ever join us since 2003. Do you know what? We have had 16 refund requests ever. It's less than 0.5%. We are very proud of that statistic. It means that we are not selling any porcupines in the webinars that we do. We are certainly not making any misleading mistakes. Moreover, we are attracting the right type of people. people that are serious about generating an income from trading the financial market. Right, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, now the time of the presentation. We've reached the point where we need to know where everybody stands. If you like what you have seen from us this evening, Sam and I, the charts, the timeframes, the software, and the trades. If you like what you've heard from us, if you'd like to join us, please type join into that questions panel. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me. For example, join Lewis Clamping on the mobile tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you'd like to join us, you've seen the results that we are making. You've seen the results that our clients are making. This could be you too, but in order to start making pips, you have to get in touch. Please type join into that questions panel. With a fair wind, we can get you up and running, get installation booked and done so that you are trading live by the end of the week. Lewis, I've seen a webinar. Do you know what? I don't think I'm ready to join. I'll tell you what, I've got a couple of last minute bits and pieces that need clarifying. Hey, please type call into that questions panel. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me. For example, call Lewis Clamping on the mobile tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning, please. Once again, please type join or call into that questions panel. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me. For example, join Lewis Clamping on the landline tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or, if you'd like a quick chat with us, please type call into the questions panel. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave it another 20-30 seconds or so and we shall wait and hit refresh and then we can just confirm the numbers that have come through. Final call, ladies and gentlemen. Please type join or call into the trading platform there, please, into that questions panel. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me. Now is the part of the presentation. If you like what you see and you like what you've heard, if you'd like to join us, please type join. There are some questions for us. Doesn't matter. Please type call into the questions panel. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me. Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask please, if you type join or call, please include the details. If you're not ready, if you're not at that stage yet, please just let me know where you are with this. If you want a quick chat with us, please type call. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me. For example, join Lewis Clamping on the mobile tomorrow at 6, whatever it might be. Last few seconds, I'll wait another 10-15 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, and then we can consider the data there. I'll just confirm the numbers that come through, and then we can get that sorted for everybody. Last few seconds. Right, so let's have a quick look then. Right, so Merlin, yes, hello to you. Merlin, thank you very much indeed. Mesfin, I can do that for you. Thank you very much indeed. David, to you, thank you very much indeed. I'll give you a call on the landline there tomorrow at 12:15. David, of course I can, yes. Gabrielle, thank you very much indeed, Gabrielle. Do me a favour, can you please yes, Gabrielle, can you leave me down your best contact number and when you'd like a call, please, Gabrielle, that would be most appreciated. Mark, that's fine, Mark. Oh, I see, Mark. Yes, yes, not a problem at all. We can talk to you about that as well, Mark. Thank you very much indeed. Prem, thank you very much, Prem. Yes, of course, I can call you at midday tomorrow on that mobile. Jean, yes, Jean, of course, I can call you on the mobile there at 8:30 on the 25th of Jan. So that's tomorrow, of course, tomorrow morning. Yes, of course, can, Jean, that's fine. Nick, we can talk about that. Let us know, please. Yes, Kevin. Well, we can talk to you again about that as well, Kevin. Please leave your details. Michael, thanks for again. Lewis will be yes, Michael, of course. Or remember what we spoke about, Michael. It's been a pleasure having you this evening. Consider it again, please. Hopefully, we can press the button and get you started. Yes, David, you're more than welcome. Thanks, Roger. Roger, do me a favour, please. Can you leave your best contact number and also the most convenient date and time, please? That would be most appreciated. Thanks to Stephen as well. Thanks to you as well, Tom. Cheers, Norman, and to you, Nigel. Thank you very much, Satish. Satish, do me a favour. Can you leave down the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me? And then we can catch up, go through things really informally, and see how you make it all. Excellent. Jean. Oh, bless you, Jean. Thank you. What a kind comment. Thank you. Very good presentation. 5-star. Excellent. I shall pass that back to Sam, of course. Gabrielle, appreciate that, Gabrielle. Yes. I can give you a call tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the mobile there, ending in 375. Good stuff. Guys, must move on. Conscious of the time. We're now approaching 25 minutes past 8. So, oh, goodness me, past my bedtime nearly. Artie, yes, Artie, of course we can. Artie, do me a favour, please. Can you just pop me down the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me, Artie? That would be most appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Batting order is this. We spend 5 minutes with you over the telephone. We pass you over to our IT department. They install it onto your laptop, desktop, both. More than one machine, doesn't matter. They also install the Ensign charting platform, which there is a token £35 a month charge for. Nick, yeah, of course, you call at 10 o'clock on Thursday. Yes, of course, on that the mobile there. Nick, whereabouts are you from, by the way? I don't recognise the number. Tell me whereabouts you're based. Doesn't matter. I'll give you a buzz and get that sorted for you. Oh, fair enough. Good. I should have known that, really, from plus 34. There you go. Yeah, of course, give you a shout at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning, our time. Good stuff. We'll then enroll you into our Learning Academy. Skype, of course, if you have Skype, it might well be worth swapping Skype handles. The online workshops commence every Monday and Thursday morning at 8 o'clock GMT. Sam touched upon them earlier, didn't he? It's a great resource to keep everybody abreast with what's happening in the world of Trend Signal and so on. One-to-one coaching sessions are diaried around you, around your time frame, your schedule. You only got an hour free every Monday morning at 8 o'clock. Bang, that's where your one-to-one sessions are. Doesn't matter, they work with you. Use them wisely. The whole thing culminates in an invitation to come in and see us here in Milton Keynes, UK. 10th of February is the next day. We've got 5 spaces left. Spaces, spot the typo. Or on 24th of February, there are 7 spaces left. Pick wisely. Whilst there are plenty of spaces now, please make sure to get yourself booked in. If you can come in to see us, all the better. You get to shake our hand, meet the team, look at the premises, look at it. How can I describe? There's a look and feel to this type of project. It's not just a flimsy 50 quid ebook that might work, it might not work, and so on. Artie, thank you very much indeed. Artie, tell me whereabouts you're from, Artie, please. Let me know as well. Whereabouts you're based? Yes, we can give you a call on that number in the afternoon between the hours of 4 and 6, Artie. Thank you very much indeed. Just pop me down there whereabouts you're logging in from this evening, Artie. That'd be most appreciated. I love this from Christian, actually. This is great because this has a bit for everybody, really. Trend Signal has really turned my trading around. I've been trading for 3 years, mostly Forex, and in that time I've blown up accounts, lost several £1,000s. I've read 27 books, tried to produce my own trading strategy, but I was ultimately lacking discipline. Since investing in the Trend Signal software, basically in 6 weeks he's made £7,000 profit based upon 1,400 pips. The investment in Trend Signal has already repaid itself. I'm making good profit. I wholeheartedly recommend anybody who hasn't tried Trend Signal to take the plunge. Skeptical at first, easy to follow, the no-nonsense approach makes trading easy whilst I can focus on my day job. There you go, simple as that. Oh, Suriname, Artie. Oh, blimey, there you go, South America. Well, I'm afraid that Keith Keith over in Bahrain will be upset, Artie, because you now take the mantle for the person logging in from furthest afield. Gabrielle, I can make that amendment. Yes, of course we can. I'll give you a buzz at 6 o'clock in the evening on, well, it's Friday. Is that, what are we now? Sorry, yes, of course, Thursday evening at 6. Yes, of course, Gabrielle, that's fine. Pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, good stuff. Ladies and gents, this is a last call. We're now about a minute or so away from wrapping up this evening's presentation. Last chance, please type call or join into that questions panel. Please also include the best contact number and also the most convenient date and time for me. You've seen the results that we are making. You've seen the results that our clients are making. If you want to start making pips, you have to be able to get in touch. Trend Signal and trading is about identifying opportunities and making decisions. We hope you make the right one, and we hope we have the opportunity to speak with you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from Sam and I. On behalf of myself, Lewis Clamping, and also my colleague, Mr. Sam Lewis, I hope it's been an illuminating session for everybody involved. To everybody who has left their details, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be calling you on the numbers provided at the times specified. To everybody else, I'm sure we shall be catching up later this week with you all. That's it from us, guys, this evening. Thank you very much indeed again once more for looking at us. We hope that you join us shortly. That's it. Have a lovely rest of the week. Cheers, guys, and all the best.